Let's talk about your elevator pitch. Welcome back to another episode of Udacity Career Tips. My name is Martin McGovern, and this week we're going to be diving into a topic that I know is on most of your minds. How do I give a great elevator pitch? Elevator pitches are tough because most of us don't like talking about ourselves, especially in a salesy way. It feels weird, it feels inauthentic, it almost feels like we're reading from a PowerPoint. And all too often, when we actually go to an event and give our pitch, we're met with this strange, awkward silence before someone starts talking about the cheese dip or something. I want to help you avoid that awkward silence. So I did a little bit of research and I found a newer approach to the elevator pitch that I think is going to feel much more authentic and be much more rooted in your value than talking about a whole bunch of random things that you may have done in the last year. This tip comes to us from an excerpt from the Marketing Plan Handbook, where Paul Karasik, I hope I said that name correctly, gives business owners an alternative to the extremely boring PowerPoint pitch that we're all so used to. He calls it the 3-point elevator pitch formula. And I personally am extremely excited to apply it and take it out on the road to see how it performs. The way it's listed in this excerpt is primarily for business owners selling their business, but we're going to tweak it slightly for you and your job search. Part 1. Ask a question starting with the phrase, "Do you know?" This is something that is going to reveal a pain point or a problem that the person you're talking to likely has experienced. Part 2. Describe your service or yourself using the phrase, "What I do." This will help frame up the techniques you use to solve that problem. And part 3, explain how your work or your services solve that initial problem using the phrase, "so that." Now, this is all very theoretical, so let's put it into action. I'll use myself as an example as though I'm in a networking scenario. First, they want me to ask a question that identifies a pain. My response would be, you know how the job search can get extremely demotivating, especially with the high number of rejections and non-responses that you receive online? Next, I'm going to describe my skill set using the phrase, "what I do." Here's my response. What I do is create motivational and tactical career content. Finally, they want me to explain why my work is valuable. So my response would be, so that demotivated job seekers will get back to work and go out there and find their dream job. Now let's bring that all together. You know how the job search can get extremely demotivating, especially with the high number of rejections and non-responses that you receive online? What I do is create motivational and tactical career content so that demotivated job seekers will get back to work and go out there and find their dream job. I'm not gonna lie, this approach feels way less awkward than what I was doing even just a couple of weeks ago when I was going out and giving my elevator pitch while networking. So I'm really excited to see where you take it and what you can come up with using this formula. And now I put the challenge to you. Share a draft of your 3-point pitch in the comments and we can work on it together. We can really refine it and make sure that it's as tight as possible before you go out to your next event. Bonus points if you create a video of you giving your elevator pitch and tag Udacity and myself so that we can see your progress. That's it for this week. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Udacity Career Tips. I'm excited to bring you more of these in the weeks to come. If you know anyone who's searching for a job right now, tag them in the comments and let them know you're thinking about them. Thank you again and best of luck with your search.